Hi, my name is Kelsey Rothfuss, and I'm doing Chapter 20, which is Golf and Club Management. The first thing that I'm going to go into is the city club concept. It's from the 19th century, which was from dining clubs in cities which came from earlier men's clubs in Britain. This led to the American movement, and this led to the American version of the country club. The country club originated about 120 years ago, and the people who went to them were mainly Protestant and British, but today all races and religions and ethnicities go and enjoy the club facilities. The country club is a place located in a country-like setting with lots of open space. It's a standard meeting facility, which is the clubhouse. And people like Rockefeller and Vanderbilt wanted someplace nice where they could go to with like-minded people and relax and enjoy their time outside of the city limits. And this central place that they wanted to go to eventually became known as a country house or estate. The game of golf originated from, The game of golf originated with the Scottish players who were part of and players of the Royal and Ancient Golf Club of St. Andrews, Scotland. The United States Golf Association helped transform golf from a game into a competitive sport like we see today. From 1878 to 2000, From 1878 to 1919, new building was concentrated around golf club villages, so right on the outskirts of cities where there was lots of open land and everyone could go and meet. And then in 1895, the United States Golf Association formed, and in 1914, the Club Managers Association of Boston was formed. And these two formations led to the creation of the Club Managers Association of America and the Professional Golfers Association, also known as the PGA. And the first course was shown in Yonkers, New York, which was only a 3-hole course, but then it eventually led up to an 18-hole course. Three-fifths of 2,689 new golf courses were built after World War I because people wanted to go out and celebrate, and the money was doing well. But then it slowed again near World War II, and that's when the Depression started, so people couldn't afford because of money, and also businesses just went bankrupt. And then it picked up again in the 1950s and 1960s. In those 2 decades, there was like 5,558 new courses built, and that's because people wanted to again go out and spend their money, and they had money, and they wanted somewhere nice to forget about all the burdens that just happened. But then again, when the economy recently took a tank was in the early 2000s, and so that's growth and popularity slowed. And then in between 2000 and 2008, we only had a net growth of about 205 courses. But all of the courses combined still today are bigger than the landmass of Rhode Island and Delaware combined. The Country Club of Brookline near Boston, is considered our first country club in the U.S. And they hosted the 1913, 1963, and 1988 Open tournaments, and also they hosted the greatest comeback in golf history in the 1999 Ryder Cup. There was recently a movie called The Greatest Game Ever Played, and it was of the 1913 Open Tournament, and it's where the caddy beat the top two golfers of the time, making him a legend, and he's also known for being the called America's first gentleman golfer. Um, and his name is Francis Ouimet. Sportsmanship was first thought of, kind of, or in this country club, but then it was taught in Yale in the 1880s, 1880s, at Yale, but it was then perfected by people playing it on the course. During the last quarter of the 20th century, the number of golfers increased 4 times faster than the nation's population, which is kind of surprising because now we have women and we have younger and younger kids coming in and playing and taking on that role. 10 million to over 30 million. Golf clubs and the industry aren't just a spot now, they have their own sector, and the sector is a 26.1 billion. And golf courses and country clubs come in 2 major varieties, which are public and private. The public club is obviously open to the public, and they still have facilities for people to run or to use, but they normally are very limited in services. They're more just for people to go there for a day and just goof around, and you don't have to, you can have a handicap or you can be really good at all, just if you want to go there or not. A private club has a restricted membership, and this is where people normally go because they have a common bond of special type interests, experiences, backgrounds, professions, and desires. Once a member is part of a club, most of their lifestyle, like their weddings, their anniversaries, for 4th of July, they just go there for most of their occasions. They normally have dining rooms, pub or grill, snack bars on the course. A lot of them have a tennis court. They'll have babysitting or daycare. They'll have spas now. But then we go to the private exclusive club. These are kind of like a private club, but they're one step further, and saying that you have to be invited or have a vote from the members to be into the club. They can't advertise for people to come there either, so it's even more secluded for people who are joined in the same mindset. The public accommodation or private for-profit clubs are open to the public and may have membership plans and may advertise and compete readily, and they typically don't refuse anyone unless they're at capacity. And then we have ownership styles of clubs, which is the equity, and these are owned by the members, so the money that they get doesn't go to them, it goes back to going in, reinvested into the club. And they're run by a board of directors, so it's kind of like a hourglass, and the members are at the top, and then the board of directors is at the middle, and then all the staff is underneath the board of directors. The non-equity is not owned by the members, but owned by an individual, a group of individuals, or a corporation. And so then it has the upside down triangle, or the triangle look again to it, so it's like a normal operation. But not all clubs are private either. There's different ones like high-end daily fee, resort, and destination, which are competing with these clubs a lot more today for their business because people can stay at a resort for a week and also have all these amenities to them too. Some of the challenging issues for this club is that trends are becoming more, so people want to be involved in their kids' lives, so they have to give up more things for their kids. Media 24 media devices and the more common use of Facebook. Experiences, they would rather do something else than just golf and spend all their money for a membership fee. There's endless, the marketplace is growing every day, and there's more places to find deals, and there's always someone who has a better deal than you do, so that endless choices and improved like courses every single day just gives people more opportunities. Changing lifestyles, more people are not thinking about in the next 2 decades they're expecting the golfing to go up because of the baby boomers, but it's not to say that after that they don't know exactly what's going to happen with the sector. There's more women in business today, so they're not sure if women value golf in business as much as men value. And then we have a winner-loser system, kind of, and that means that the upper class is growing and the lower class is growing as well, so that means that our middle class is getting kind of smushed out of there. So the middle class went there a lot to public golf courses, so you kind of have to think where all that money is going to now. Then you have child preparation, like I said before, so you have the willingness to sacrifice time and money and effort to go to the membership over spending it with your family. Health. People might not think that golf is healthy enough or more active for people, since now America and the world are more thinking about obesity. So that's something that people take into consideration. And money, the cost of membership and activities. Sometimes people just can't afford it or would rather spend it elsewhere. There's many paths for opportunities in this chapter that I read. There's managers, and there's managers of just the clubhouse, there's managers of like turf, there's managers of the whole entire operation, and I kind of want to go into event planning, so I see a lot of opportunities in this, and this chapter actually really opened my eyes, and I'm really interested in it now, so I'm actually called a couple golf courses, so we'll see where that goes. And it just seems like an endless situation, and the field that I go into, I know that I'm going to have to spend a lot of hours. Like these ones, they said that they spend 80-hour work weeks at the clubs, and that's already something I was planning, and it just, I don't know, it all just makes sense. So this is something that I can see myself in, so. But that's chapter 20. Thank you.